students, today we are going to see some of the problems in physics related to your competitive examinations. I hope you are preparing for your NEET and JEE examinations, and here I am going to give you some of the tips and tricks how to solve the sums when it appears in your competitive examinations. Initially we are going to start our physics topic with the electrostatics topic. Physics, I am going to deal with electrostatics. And you all might have learned in electrostatics so many formulas and concepts. Now I am giving you a simple task for you, and I will also help you how to solve those problems. Initially I am taking one small problem. The problem is that I am considering two small charged spheres separated by a distance x, and they are hanging through a silk thread of length L from the point of suspension, and the charge on this sphere is Q, and the mass of this charged sphere is M. The given condition is that the two spheres are separated by distance x and they are in equilibrium. Now you will be realizing what would be the question to calculate from this, and you will be having so many things like how to calculate the distance x to calculate the distance x between the charged spheres. How to do this? So the given condition is that they are in equilibrium. When they are in equilibrium, the total net force acting on the system will be equal to 0. You should know what are the forces acting on the charged spheres. The forces acting on the charged spheres, you might have learned from your mechanics, right? So the one force which is applied from the point of suspension through silk thread on this charged mass is tension T. The downward force acting is mg, and the upward force, the horizontal, is T cos theta. Due to the electrostatic force of attraction from the Coulomb's law, it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square divided by x square, and the opposite to this is T sin theta, the vertical component. And the other forces on this charged sphere is that one is the tension T and the other one is T cos theta. Here it is mg, the downward force, and due to the Coulomb's law you will get 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square divided by x square, and this is your T sin theta. And these are the primary things that you should know when they are in equilibrium, and you should also know how to calculate this, right? The tension forces, the cos theta, sin theta, and the opposite. Now what you have to do is that you have to put this in the equation format, and you have to derive out the distance x. For this I am considering the upward and downward forces and putting it in the equation form. T cos theta minus mg is equal to 0. And other thing is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square x square T sin theta, and I am framing it as T sin theta minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square by x square is equal to 0. When I am equating this equation 1 and 2 on dividing equation 2 by 1, I am getting T sin theta by cos theta is tan theta, and this is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square divided by x square, and divided by, you will get in sin theta by cos theta, and you will get this 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square by x square divided by mg. So when it goes to the numerator, you will get mg by 1, it is into 1 by mg. I am getting this tan theta equal to this much of value, and there is a condition given. When this angle of separation is theta and the magnitude is very small, and under the restriction condition when x is very much less than L, tan theta I can refer it to theta, approximate it to theta. If it is theta, the value of this theta would be how much? So this distance is L, and if the total distance is x, and the distance from this point of suspension from the center point here to the charge sphere will be x by 2. When theta is very small, I can approximate it to sine theta, and when I am approximated to sine theta, the theta will become what? X by 2 divided by L, which is equal to x by 2L. So my tan theta will take the value of theta, which is equal to x by 2L. So this is not a theoretical proof, but when in examination point of view, they are asking you to find out the distance x, and we have to approach this method. Now it may looks like lengthier process, but when you come into solving this is very easy and the simplest one. For example, now I'm substituting this tan theta as x by 2L, which is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square x square into 1 by mg. So what happened? I have to bring out my x factor to this end, to the other side of the equal sign. So what will become x square to the numerator becomes x cubed, which is equal to numerator goes to the other side as the denominator to the other end as the numerator, 2L q square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into mg. So this is my x cube. So when I am getting this x cube, then it is very simple for me to calculate my value of x. So what will happen? These 2 will get cancelled, and this is 2. My value of x is that x is equal to, I am taking this L by 2 pi epsilon naught mg to the power of, so cube root here it is 1 by 3 into q square to the power of 1 by 3. So this is the required answer for this sum. So the distance between two charged sphere is x equal to L by 2 pi epsilon naught mg 1 by 3 q square to the power of 1 by 3. Right. So in some of the cases, the questioner must set you a question asking you what will be the rate of approach between these two charged spheres. This is the second part of the question. For example, I am moving from this equation x. So the questioner expectation is that in the examination point of view, they are asking you to calculate what is the velocity of approach. What is the velocity of approach under the given condition when this charge starts leaking? When the charge starts leaking, which means dq by dt. dq by dt. How will you calculate the velocity of approach? Obviously, you know that from the layman point of view, whenever there is a leakage of charge, what will happen? These two charge spheres will tend to move towards each other, right? So in this condition, one is I have calculated my distance x. From this point, I can approach to my next level, how to calculate the velocity of approach. So velocity of approach is given condition is this. So x equal to L by 2 pi epsilon naught mg 1 by 3 q2 1 by 3. So simply I am taking this equation and I am differentiating with respect to time, right? dx by dt, which is equal to L by 2 pi epsilon naught mg to the power 1 by 3, and when I am going to differentiate this q square, alright, so this is q square is how much I am going to get? Q to the power 2 by 3. So q to the power 2 by 3, which is x power n, nx n minus 1, nx n minus 1, it is 2 by 3 of q, 2 by 3 minus 1, right? You get 3, 2 minus 3 minus 1 by 3. So 2 by 3 of q minus 1 by 3 into dq by dt. So now I have arrived to a conclusion that dx by dt is nothing but your velocity, and here this dq by dt is the leakage of charge, And dear students, you just realize this is the variable factor and this is the constant factor, right? So this velocity, which is a variable one, so it, because of this leakage, this much constant value I am getting towards it. So now the two parameters of this such type of sums you are calculating is that one is the distance x and another one is the velocity of approach dx by dt. Now these are only two formulas. In some, in competitive examinations, what are the questions they will be asking you? They will be giving the value of this charge q, right? Maybe 1 mu c, and the value of mass something to 10 power minus 3 kg, right? The thread which is hanging here, which is of 5 into 10 power 2 meter, right? So when these many parameters are given in the sum, you can easily calculate how much is the distance of separation between these two charge spheres. You can make use of this formula L by 2 pi epsilon naught. So all these are the constant factors. Mass is given, the charge stored on the sphere is given. You can easily calculate this. And similarly, you can also calculate the velocity of approach in this sum. In rare cases, you will also be given what will happen if the velocity of approach v is given and still then you have this leakage of charge dq by dt. How will you calculate this? I want to find out now my dq by dt. How much is the leakage of charge? How much is the leakage of charge? To calculate the leakage of charge dq by dt, under given condition, the velocity of approach v is given as v equal to a by root of x. V equal to a by root of x. In the sums you will get this. This is the given condition for me now. The velocity of the approach is given as v equal to a by root of x. And they are asking me can calculate dq by dt, which means what is the rate of the leakage of the charge when this much of velocity is given as the velocity of approach. And how will you proceed with this? For this, so you can go through step from the beginning and you will arrive at this form, which is x cube. X cube is equal to L q square divided by 2 pi epsilon naught mg. So this is your x cube. So what I am going to do now, I am going to differentiate this x cube. On differentiating this x cube, what I am going to get is that 3x square dx by dt, which is equal to L by 2 pi epsilon naught mg q square, which is 2q into dq by dt. So I can find out my dq by dt based upon all these parameters, right? So my 3x dx by dt equal to L by 2 pi epsilon naught mg 2q by dt. Now to substitute for my q, what I am going to get? From where I am going to get this q? For example, I am having this x cube equal to lq square, that is x cube equal to lq square divided by 2 pi epsilon naught mg. From there I am going to calculate my q square. I am taking this to the other end, x cube into 2 pi epsilon naught mg divided by L will be equal to my q square. Q will be my square root of this value x cube 2 pi epsilon naught mg by L. So I am going to substitute that value for my q. So I can take this 2 to the other end, right? 3 by 2 x square dx by dt is nothing but your velocity. So velocity v, which is equal to L by 2 pi epsilon naught mg dot. This q is now, I am having a value for q as square root of x cube 2 pi epsilon naught mg divided by L into my parameter this dq by dt. So what I need is that I need only my dq by dt. To calculate this dq by dt, and again it is simple mathematics. So after finding out the mathematical relation, I will come to my physics conclusion. What I am trying to say is this. So 3 by 2 x square, and this v is nothing but your a by root of x. This is equal to, so L by 2 pi epsilon naught mg square root of x cube 2 pi epsilon naught mg divided by square root of L into dq by dt. So from the relation you have square root of L into square root of L equal to L. So I am taking this L divided by square root of L. L divided by the square root of L will give my square root of L. Alright. So L by square root of L is square root of L. And the similar fashion, square root of L divided by L you will get 1 by square root of L, and this square root and this value will get it as what? So that is square root of 2 pi epsilon naught mg, and this value remains that square root of x cube into dq by dt, and this parameter remains the same. Now, and again simplifying this mathematical equation, so what I am going to get is that 3 by 2 x square, a by root x I can write it as x to the power 1 by 2, which is equal to square root of L divided by, that is whole square root I am writing it as L by 2 pi epsilon naught mg, and this square root of x cube is x cube to the power 1 by 2 into dq by dt. So I am bringing it to the other end. So this is x cube to the power 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 x square into a by x to the power 1 by 2 into x to the power 3 by 2. And this term and this term gets cancelled. Remainder you have L by 2 pi epsilon naught mg into dq by dt. Now here it remains 3 by 2 of a. 3 by 2 of a, which is equal to square root of L by 2 pi epsilon naught mg into dq by dt. Now you can calculate easily the leakage of charge when the velocity of approach is v equal to a by root of x. The leakage dq by dt is equal to what happened? So this goes to the other end, right? Alright, this will become square root of 2 pi epsilon naught mg divided by L. This is equal to, into this 3 by 2 of a. So we can write it as 3 by 2 a into square root of 2 pi epsilon naught mg divided by L. So this is my dq by dt. What we have been understanding from this equation, dq by dt, the leakage of charge, it does not depend upon what? It does not depend upon velocity v. It does not depend upon the distance x. So my dear students, so from this single point of understanding, right, when two charged spheres are separated at a distance x, now you can calculate how much is the distance. This is point number 1. Second, you can calculate what is the velocity of approach dx by dt. Third, you can calculate how much is the leakage of charge dq by dt. So you can remember this, and when sums are appearing in your examinations, you can make use of the values given. You can input the values in these formulas, and you can easily solve out the electrostatics problems. I hope these things will help you. and any mathematical related problems or any questions you have, you can post in your comments so that I will give you some of the feedback in the next video. Thank you.